Dear friend, it's been over a year since I started my journey of practicing Stoicism and writing about it. Looking back on this time, I realized that the lessons this philosophy brings not only help me live happier and more peacefully, but also open new depths of understanding and awareness. When I wrote my first article about Stoicism, I wanted to share these principles and philosophies in hopes of helping people find peace in a tumultuous life. And I was very lucky to have many friends accompanying me on this journey. Day by day, month by month, I have learned how to apply the lessons of Stoic philosophers like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius to my daily life. And today I want to share with you 5 important lessons that have helped me find true happiness and peace. Today, we're delving into their world, not only to explore philosophy, but also to glean practical advice that can change the way we face each day. From managing stress and concerned with making choices that are consistent with our deepest values. The wisdom of Stoicism is not just about understanding the past, but also about taking control of our future. So stay as you not only learn about these philosophical giants, but also discover how to use their teachings to lead a more fulfilling, regret-free, and free life. Let's unlock the power of Stoic wisdom together, and I guarantee you'll walk away with a toolkit and transform your life. Before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button and follow us throughout the video, as each segment is filled with complimentary insights, helping you harness the full power of your mind. Stoic wisdom to revolutionize your life. I hope that, through these shares, you will feel sympathetic, inspired, and ready to embark on a journey of self-improvement, just like I did. Let's move forward together on the path to finding true peace and happiness. Dear friend, today I want to share with you a valuable lesson I learned from Stoicism. Stop worrying about things you can't control. To start, I want to ask a question. How many times in your life have you felt angry, upset, or resentful about things that you cannot change? Do these negative emotions sometimes cause us to lose peace and joy in daily life? Epictetus, one of the famous philosophers of Stoicism, once said, "There is only one way to be happy, and that is to stop worrying about things beyond our control." This saying sounds simple but contains a profound truth. Stoicism summarizes life into 3 parts. 1 is things we cannot control. 2nd, things we partly control. And 3, things we can control. So how to apply this philosophy to life? Every time a problem occurs, I often ask myself, can I control or change this? If the answer is no, I choose to stop reacting and turn inside to control my own anger and discomfort. Imagine, you're standing in the middle of a long traffic jam. The weather is hot and the traffic lights never seem to turn green. In this situation, what can you do? Can you control traffic or weather? Obviously not. But you can control your emotions and reactions. When I realized that trying to change things that cannot be changed only makes me more miserable, I learned to accept and let go of them. Instead of reacting negatively, I focus on keeping my mind calm, accepting that there are things I cannot control. This not only helps us limit negative emotions, but also increases acceptance and peace in life. Think about everyday situations that make you feel uncomfortable. It's too hot, a red light lasts too long, traffic jams, the effects of an epidemic, or other people's behavior. Can you change or control these things? If not, try stopping, taking a deep breath, and asking yourself, how can I accept and face this more peacefully? Learning to let go and accept what is beyond our control is not easy, but it truly brings us peace and happiness. That is the first lesson I want to share with you from my journey of practicing Stoicism. Let's learn together how to let go and find peace in life. Focus on things you can control. Once we stop worrying about the things we can't control, the next step in the journey is to focus on what we can control. Stoicism has helped me realize that there are only 2 things I have absolute control over: my own thoughts and actions. Have you ever felt trapped in a spiral of uncontrollable situations? You ever felt worried about things that are beyond your control, like how others think of you or the current epidemic situation? These are the times when we need to remember that the world around us is a series of uncontrollable events. However, our response to those events is entirely in our own hands. We cannot change the past. We can change the way we perceive it and learn from it. Do you feel that past experiences have helped you grow and become stronger? We cannot change the way others see us, but we can choose to develop ourselves every day to become better versions of ourselves. On social media, there is a lot of controversy and negative energy. Do you feel tired when facing those things? I learned how to choose pages to like, people to follow, and content to view. In this way, I create a positive online space away from issues that do not belong to me. This not only helps me feel better, but also keeps me thinking more positively. During an epidemic, we cannot make the situation better immediately, but we can protect ourselves by complying with epidemic prevention measures and keeping an optimistic spirit. Do you feel worried about the current situation? Remember, you have control over your thoughts. Choose positive thoughts and look forward to the good things you can do right in this situation. When we focus on ourselves and remove all external attachments, we are no longer trying to change other people or the problems around us. Have you noticed that when we stop blaming circumstances, we will feel lighter and more comfortable in life? We learn to choose what matters and live more fully. Remember, focusing on what we can control is an important step towards achieving peace and happiness in life. Are you ready to start this journey? Taking death seriously. Hello everyone. During the days when the world stood still because of the pandemic, we heard more about death. We all know we will die at some point. But are we really living the meaning of life? We often waste time on unimportant things, worrying about what others think of us, trying to please someone and then complaining that we don't have enough time. But during that time, death still haunts us every minute and every second. Have you ever wondered if you are living life to the fullest? Or are you letting meaningless worries dominate your life? Stoicism, with its message memento mori, remembering that we will die, reminds us that time is not endless. We don't have much time to waste. Think about death, not to fear it, but to remind yourself of the value of each present moment. Memento mori is a reminder of impermanence. The Stoic maxim memento mori is not only a reminder of death, but also a call for us to live more consciously. Have you ever stopped and thought about what's really important in your life? We often spend too much time pursuing meaningless things. But when we face the truth about death, we realize that our time is limited. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You can leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." Think about this. You knew that tomorrow would be your last day. What would you do today? Do you continue to worry about the little things? Or will you spend time with the people you love, do the things you are passionate about, and live life to the fullest? This is not just an exercise in thinking, but a way of life. The awareness of death is not for us to fear, but for us to appreciate every moment and live meaningfully. Appreciate the present moment. When contemplating death, I realized that the most important thing is to be present and appreciate the present moment. We often get caught up in the flow of life, forgetting precious moments with family, friends, and loved ones. But it's these moments that make life worth living. Ask yourself, when was the last time you were truly present in a conversation? When was the last time you deeply felt joy from the little things in life? A journey of self-awareness and self-improvement. Stoicism not only teaches us to face death, but also encourages us to strive to become who we want to be. Think about the things you want to achieve in life, the values you want to live by. Are you living according to those values? Or are you letting worries and fears hold you back? Contemplating death helps us realize that life is a short and precious journey. Instead of being dominated by meaningless worries, we should focus on developing ourselves, living by the values we believe in, and doing things we are passionate about. You can start by setting small goals and gradually work your way up to bigger goals. Ask yourself, what did I do today to get closer to my goal? Live fully and gratefully. Contemplating death also helps us be grateful for what we have. We often forget the importance of the little things in life. But when we face the fact that our lives are finite, we clearly see the value of the things we often take for granted. You can start practicing gratitude by writing down 3 things you are grateful for every day. This not only helps you recognize the positive things in life, but also helps you live more fully. Want less? Learn how to find happiness from within. We often hear that happiness comes from achieving more things, from success to fame to wealth. But is this really true? Why do many people, despite having a lot of money and wealth, still feel insecure and dissatisfied? As a Stoic, I want to share with you a different perspective, helping us find happiness from within without having to rely on external things. Let's start with my mother's story. Growing up, I often heard my mother talk a lot about money. Mothers neglect their health, don't care about themselves, and sometimes forget to take care of their family, just to try to make money. Until now, my mother is still like that, because she believes that having money and being rich will be happier. But to me, my mother is someone who has a lot of suffering when she is tied to money and material things. I forgot that, at this present moment, I still have the right to be happy without having to wait for enough. Most of us believe that happiness comes from achieving more things. We strive to have success, fame, wealth. We think when we have these things, our problems will disappear and we can be happier. But the truth is that when we want more, we suffer more, because we are becoming slaves to our own desires. The richest man in the world is not the one who has the most, it's the one who needs the least. This quote from Epictetus emphasizes a core philosophy of Stoicism. Living a good life does not involve owning more things. In reality, even when we get everything we want, it is never enough. If we attach our happiness to things we don't have, we will be even more unhappy. So how can we be truly happy? Ask yourself, am I always happy when I get what I want, or do I then feel like I need more? The fact is, we humans tend to always want more, never being satisfied with what we have. This is a never-ending spiral, leaving us tired and unhappy. Instead, let's learn to appreciate and be grateful for what we already have. This does not mean giving up on aspirations and goals. We always strive to improve ourselves and build a better life. But know how to distinguish between truly necessary things and endless desires. Do you really need the latest phone or an expensive car? Or are they just things you think will make you happy? One of the important lessons of Stoicism is learning to accept and live with what you have. When you are grateful for what you have, you will realize that you have enough. Happiness does not come from owning more things, but from appreciating what you have. This can start with small things like a delicious meal, good book, or simply time spent with family and friends. You can practice this by writing a daily gratitude journal. Every day, write down at least 3 things you are grateful for. This will help you focus on the positive things in life and reduce unnecessary craving. Also, take time to reflect on your true values. What is most important to you? Money, fame, or inner peace and happiness? Finally, don't follow consumerism and try to put on a nice coat or a high title to forget the true value that lies within yourself. Find peace and happiness from the simplest and truest things. When you do this, you will realize that happiness is not a destination, but a journey you are on. And that journey starts with understanding and loving yourself. Remember, true happiness comes from within. When you know how to want less, you will find freedom and peace in life. That is the valuable lesson that Stoicism brings us. Start your journey today and find true happiness from the simplest and truest things. Simplifying life. Lessons from Stoicism. All of us have essential needs to survive, but are we making our lives more complicated with things that are not really necessary? Do you ever feel overwhelmed by the clutter of material things, thoughts, and actions that ultimately do not bring true happiness? Let's explore how Stoicism can help us simplify our lives and find inner peace. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself." Very few things are needed to create a happy life. It all lies within you. This quote has changed my perspective on happiness and life. Happiness does not come from owning many things, from understanding and appreciating what you have. Ask questions about real needs. Have you ever asked yourself what you really need to be happy? When I started my journey of pursuing Stoicism, I made a list of the things that were truly necessary to be happy. This helps me focus on what's most important and eliminate unnecessary things. Can you try this? Think about the things you believe you need to be happy and ask yourself whether they actually bring you happiness. Ask yourself about your thoughts and actions. Stoicism encourages us to regularly question ourselves about our thoughts and actions. Do these thoughts help me get better, Will it improve my life or make me happier? If the answer is no, I will find a way to get rid of them. You can start by observing your daily thoughts and actions and ask yourself whether they truly contribute to your happiness and peace. Focus on what's important. Through frequent self-questioning, I have learned to focus on what is truly important. Don't let yourself get attached to material things or external shiny things, things that don't make you happier and more fulfilled. Are you spending too much time and energy on things that don't really matter? Try spending time thinking about the things that are most important to you and focus on them. Accept reality. Life is not always easy and smooth. Stoicism does not shy away from the fact that life is difficult. But instead of fighting this, running away from it, or trying to achieve happiness at all costs, Stoicism teaches us to accept reality, embrace it, and learn for ourselves the lesson. You can apply this by seeing life's difficulties as opportunities to learn and grow. Happiness is a journey. Ultimately, Stoicism teaches us that happiness is not a destination, but a journey that goes hand in hand with self-improvement. Think more clearly, learn to accept everything, choose to react to problems positively, and live more fully. You can begin this journey by practicing self-awareness and self-acceptance. Connecting with life goals. Ask yourself, what are my biggest goals in life? How do my daily actions reflect those goals? When you focus on the goals that really matter, you'll find that many of the things you thought were necessary really aren't that important. By reducing distractions and focusing on what is truly meaningful, you will find simplicity and peace in life. Practice self-awareness. Every day, take some time to reflect on what you've been through, what you've done, and how you're feeling. Epictetus once said, "What bothers you is not events, but your judgments about them." Ask yourself if you're overreacting to little things and learn to look at them more objectively. Peace in simplicity. When you truly understand and accept that less is sometimes more, you will find a source of strength and peace from within. It is freedom from being constrained by external expectations and pressures. You can start by simplifying your living space, focusing on important relationships, and practicing gratitude for the simple things in life. The journey of simplicity. Remember, simplifying your life is not a destination, but a journey. Every step, every small decision to eliminate unnecessary things will lead you to a lighter and more meaningful life. Let's walk this journey together and find true happiness from the simplicity and profoundness within. Let's get started today, guys. Ask yourself, what do I really need to be happy? Is what I'm doing really adding value to my life? By answering these questions, you will get closer to true peace and happiness. Thank you everyone for watching the video. If you found the content useful, please leave a comment sharing your thoughts. Do you know anything about Stoicism or have any experiences you'd like to share? We look forward to receiving your comment. Don't forget to like and follow the channel so you don't miss the next interesting videos. I would love to take a moment to express my profound gratitude to all of you for your amazing support and encouragement. Your continuous help makes me feel truly grateful and motivates me every day. I cannot express how important the support you have given me is, and it has helped me overcome many difficulties. I am so appreciative and grateful that you have always been loyal and wonderful viewers. Thank you all for always being by my side and cheering me on endlessly.